Hey, happy Friday, everybody. There, that's better. I hope you guys are doing well. I've had the week from hell, and I'm glad it is over. But I wanted to get on here and do the witchy box haul for you guys from the Witch's Moon. But it has been a long week. I have been dealing. It's just been the week from hell. Um, I had to. I had an extension done on my taxes, and um, it kept rejecting it. It kept rejecting it and rejecting it and rejecting it. And I'm like, what? And I don't understand what I'm doing wrong here. So I got to the point where I just sent it off, regardless of whether it was rejected or not, because I don't understand what they want from me. And as I progress forward, like learning and taking classes in the financial world, I realize that the IRS, which is a Scorpio ruled entity, uh, favors the 1%. They're not for the little guy. They like to fuck you over as much as they can, throw penalties at you here and there. Um, Luckily, I have a relative who's a tax attorney, so I can um, talk to him. But the last thing I was going to do today is bother him. But because of this, it has given me panic attacks for the last 72 hours. I have not slept well. I feel like my heart's jumping out of my throat. So I'm giving myself my own advice that I give my own friends and clients, and been holding some hematite in my hand just to help. I'm doing better today, but I wanted to get on here and do this witchy box haul because it is absolutely beautiful. And this month's Witch's Moon box is all about the raven. And yes, the raven is a very powerful creature, usually associated with the underworld or the darker side of things. You get a little, so one thing I hate when I do this is that light. I know it's kind of dark, but it's better because then that way you can see it better. But you get a little board here, a little um, book of shadows to put in your booklet, all about the raven and raven energy. You get like a little spiritual mantra. All about the raven energy. I hope everyone had a good week. I know a lot of us didn't, and I'm saying that um, because a lot of my clients and friends have come at me going, what the hell is going on this week? I told you in the full moon forecast this would be a rough week for all of us. And this week I have been running around like crazy, between doctor's appointments here, there, and everywhere. It has not been a good week. Um, I hope next week's better. And I'm going to say this. Just because you happen to do something on one of your lucky dragon days doesn't mean things are going to be easy peasy. Okay. I'm dealing with taxes. I decided to do my taxes while it was falling on a lucky dragon's day, and there was no luck about it. It was miserable. That has nothing really to do per se with where my dragon's placed. It just has to do with the added energies at hand. So if you're having a week like I am, it will pass. You get this very beautiful incense burner for cones. Stick it in there. The monthly candle, of course, purple. Purple is to raise our psychic vibrations. Get a raven oil, which I could do a multitude of things with this oil. There is a lot of things you could do with it. You get a tea, which is called the Magician. Very nice. And I will tell you, you do get, I really needed to hear this message when I got this box because of all the shit going down. You get a little tarot, little oracle card. I got the dragonfly, which means you bring light to this world. I don't know how true that is, but very pretty. I've been saving the best for last. And then you get these sea salt. You can use it in magic. I actually use hers in a spiritual bath. Every month she sends a bag of salt, and I throw most of that into a spiritual bath. I try and take a spiritual bath at least once a month. Just cleanse the residue of the world off of me. And this smells very nice. This is a definitely has rose in it. Yes, it's got all kinds of herbs, but rose is the main ingredient for sure. You get 2 herbs. This month we've got meadowsweet and marshmallow root. Marshmallow root, let's see here. And just to let you know what these are used for, I will read them to you. It's kind of quiet today, huh? Okay, so marshmallow root, it has a long history of being used for both its magical and medicinal properties. The roots are often used to make protective oils and continues to be used for beauty preparations. Meadowsweet. This herb has a long history of being used for medicinal properties. It has also been used in magic and folklore for many centuries. Meadowsweet is also a sacred plant to the Druids. They believed that it had the power to grant second sight and to allow communication with the fairy world. In Welsh legend, it was said that women were created from blossom of oak, broom plant, and meadowsweet. Now, today, meadowsweet is still used in things like love spells. Let's see. It's used in love spells, and you can also use it to call upon spirits. It's a multi-versatile herb. So, and it's actually 2 I don't have in my magical pantry. So awesome. Very cool. And I saved the best for last because once I saw this, those who know me know before I moved to Arizona, I was very connected to my corvids, my crows. And once we moved here, we didn't have crows. We had ravens, which are different in nature, personality. Crows are much more friendlier. Ravens are not as friendly. It takes them longer. It's more of it takes them longer to get to know you, so to speak. But the magical properties of raven energy is really tapping into the underworld, tapping into the spirit world. Okay, hold on. I want to show you the last thing. I can't seem to find the other thing. There was a little stone they sent. There. I've never heard of this stone. I always like when I get a witch's box, when I receive something that I've never heard of. It's my way of learning in a way. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. Just because I'm the age I am doesn't mean I know everything. I'm always willing to learn. And when we stop learning, we stop growing. Okay, but this little clear crystal looking thing. This is called hold on, I'm looking. This is called the Ulexite stone or TV stone. It's a very fragile stone, and we recommend placing this stone within a small dish or in an area where it will not be moved. Ulexite is known as an incredible ability to magnify the energy of other stones. So it is a conduit, kind of like selenite. Selenite is a conduit in some ways. It makes a great tool for amplifying the effects of spells and rituals. Work with Ulexolite to enhance psychic abilities and to empower your divinatory practice. So this, obviously, this month's, we're in October, so veil is thinning. So this month's witches box is really about the veil thinning, us tapping into the psychic powers at hand of the underworld. And last but not least, the granddaddy of it all. Along with the witch's box, you get this beautiful raven talisman. It's got a little hook on the back. You can hang it in the front of your door. You can hang it inside your house. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely lovely. And that is your witchy box haul. And the only other thing I bought, and I think I posted this on TikTok, maybe I'll save the video and put it on YouTube as well. I didn't include these in the video, but I went to IKEA. My daughter had a doctor's appointment in Phoenix, so I decided to go to IKEA. Don't ever bring two daughters with you into IKEA. It's just as dangerous as Ulta. And I just got some festive candles for the holidays. And they have such good candles, and they're not that expensive there, but they are so much better quality than the dollar store. But I don't judge anybody. I buy some candles from there, but even my mother buys her novenas, the prayer candles there, and when she leaves those burning all day long and they're from the dollar store, my house starts to smell like gasoline. And that's because they're not made with quality. But hey, some of us are on a budget, and I get it. This other one is just a little jasmine, more of a florally. Very nice candles. All right, and I'm going to close out because I am going to leave you now in a minute. Just a little witchy haul box. I am going to close out with a card, a Nostradamus card for the world for the weekend. It's been a violent start already. I think we had a shooting in where? North Carolina. I've been so out of it the last few days. I haven't watched like any TV, anything like that. But I told you these next 2 weeks would be violent. And it's coming true. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the news and you saw the interview with the president of Belarus, Putin ally. He said the same thing I did. When you back this man into a corner, you're forcing him to use nukes. Right out of another politician's mouth. Ah. Wow. Drew the Temperance card. Energy. It's got it's guardian angel energy. Action. I don't know around. The world looks pretty dark, but take whatever resonates with you and leave the rest. Anytime we draw, the Temperance card, she is She's the guardian angel. And it also represents that someone who has died, a loved one, is protecting us. Anytime we draw this, this is kind of what it insinuates, is that someone who has crossed over or who has passed away is there guiding us or protecting us in some way, if that makes any sense. Anyway, it also represents that if you're going to take a trip anywhere, you are definitely protected by the stars. There's like a protection there for taking a trip, and we all need a little angelic energy in some ways, especially after listening to the news. I have like not been watching the news very much, so when I turned it on this morning, I'm like, oh God, now I know why. But Temperance, guardian angel card, it is, they say it is ruled by Sagittarius. So, but this card also helps you to restore the balance within you. If that makes any sense. Listen to your dreams over the weekend. There'll be some messages coming, especially for certain signs. So, um, world's out of balance. Let's hope that we can put some balance into the world. Temperance. You guys, very quiet in here today, but that's okay. You guys have a great weekend. Patreon, I will be on tomorrow night doing some baneful work with astrology charts. All of you out there have a good weekend. Be safe, and I'll try and get back on here Monday or Tuesday.